This month, let's talk about our 2020 cube build. It has been rather challenging. If you don't know what this one is, it's an Exo cube built with the Exo slides that we did on Patreon live streams. I do have a playlist for that now. I will leave a link somewhere in the description of this post. But I've been having a lot of issues with it, and some issues that I've never actually seen before in this configuration. So let's go over those just a little bit. I'll show you some of the test prints that I've been doing, and then you can tell me your thoughts in the comments. So let's take a look at some prints real quick. So this is one of the original prints off of this printer. You can see it has a lot of Z banding. And that's the first challenge on this design, getting those Z screws lined up so you don't get this effect. I've tried all kinds of different couplers, and I have been able to minimize it, but I think there's a better solution for this. The slides just aren't on the aluminum rigid enough to keep the lead screws from being able to cause this kind of effect. And if you look a lot closer, you'll notice the second issue. I have severe vertical artifacting. And that is the main issue that I can't figure out how to solve. I've been doing a lot of these hexagon prints. They're single wall and they show that vertical artifacting pretty well. You can kind of see it right there. You get some vertical stripes and then a whole lot of them at a 45-degree angle. This is the standard setup with 16 times microstepping and interpolation turned on. Remember, this is a Duet Wi-Fi 2. It has 2660 drivers on it. You can still get just a little hint of the Z banding. I did make some corrections before I did this one, but it's still there. And the vertical artifacts do change when I raise the microstepping. This is 64, but they're not better, they're just different. And then I tried lowering it down to 8 steps, no interpolation. Again, the same stripes, they're just further apart. I tried using some genuine Gates pulleys at 16 times microstepping. Same thing, it's no different than the other 16 time print. And this benchy. The Z wobble has been mitigated, but that vertical artifact is severe. And this artifacting is really puzzling to me because I have a couple of these setups. Same board, Duet 2 Wi-Fi, Core XY design. My other machines do have 0.9 degree angled steppers for the A and B motor, X and Y. This one has 1.8, but I really don't think that's the issue. The main difference is all of those setups are Bowden style, where they have a tube feeding the hot end, and this one is the only one I have with a Hemera. And I really think it's something going on with the Hemera. So let's take a look at the design real quick. We can talk just a little bit more about it. So here's the printer in general. It does have 4 lead screws, and I thought about going down to 3 to give that a test for some of the Z-wobble issues, and I might still do that. I've also ordered a full set of integrated lead screw motors from LDO. I want to try that out and see if I can fix it once and for all. I've talked to Exo Slides about this, and they don't have any problems with Z-wobble, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on with that. I've tried a bunch of different couplers. I'm also going to try some Delrin nuts rather than these brass ones with the anti-backlash spring on them, so we'll check that out. But the Z-wobble really isn't the part that worries me so much. It's that artifacting. I tested a bunch of different motors. I had the 2 cheap ones on here first. These are LDO 1.8s. I also ordered some 0.9s from LDO to give that a try, and some genuine Gates pulleys. But again, I really don't think that's the problem. I think it's all in the Hemera. Whatever type of stepper interference is on that driver is getting sent to the motor and then coming out in the prints. I've checked all the wires, A and B, for resistance, both coils, both motors. I do want to try a Bondtech setup on this to see if it's any different than this setup, but it's hard for me to believe that the Hemera is going to print that badly, like it's going to have that many artifacts. I also definitely want to try a different motor on the Hemera just to see if it makes a difference. And Exoslide has actually come out with some other parts that I'd like to try as well. They now have these Exoslide friendly corner braces. I've been using the L brackets, but I think these will be a lot better. And you don't have to use those corner cubes if you don't want to, but they do have room for them. So this should be a lot better at holding the top together. You could probably use them on the bottom too, but a lot better than the L bracket, and they're Exoslide friendly. You still have clearance to use your Exoslide. So I'm definitely going to try some of those. And they also have the metal Hemera mounts. Mine is printed. I want to give this one a try to see if it makes any difference at all. I really don't think it will, but it can't hurt. It's only $3. So if you've been wondering what's going on with the Cube printer, that's where we're up to right now. I still owe you a print stream where we complete a print, but I want to make sure the print quality is a lot better before we do that. So I am waiting on a few more parts. I'm going to make a lot more tweaks to this thing, and hopefully we can figure it out once and for all. And of course, when we do figure it out, I will make a video on it in case others are having the same issue. Other current events, I do have a lot of printer reviews getting ready to come out. We're still doing 2 videos a week, but that might change here shortly so I can focus on some longer videos. I have a lot of enclosures I need to get to. We have a foldable printer coming up that we'll be doing a live stream for, and the new BQ printer. We'll get to see that before it actually comes out on Kickstarter. So stay tuned for all of that. I do have some more MMU content, as well as a whole lot of other videos. This is a short one for this month, I know, but I got to get back to making the rest of the content. I always appreciate you all, my Patreon supporters. These videos are just for you, and I will see you on the next coffee break.